said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia's offense will come out first. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the play fake on first down. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Tackled there by the defense.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of
missed by the kicker.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Knight. Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Georgia sent out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Got a man. It's Barber. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really...
Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
To throw, it's Knight. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Arkansas! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They think there's room to run to the right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. Made a defender miss. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Gets it out fast. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs. Made the grab and then did the rest himself and then put points on the board.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He's making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Back to throw, it's Horn. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And the misconnection on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Missouri is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up 14 over Louisville. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Knight. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buying some time. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, That is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Grab near the marker. It's Jones. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback. Right there outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ballgame.
Finds his tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. On target over the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. It's good. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. Using the quick game. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Georgia going up tempo. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Quick strike complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down in the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Pressure coming. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Knocked off his feet.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Looking to throw, it's Horn. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Quick step and go. Still running at the 40. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Louisville. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man out of the backfield. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Horn. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Razorbacks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run it. Got the first down and still on his feet. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Dogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Right back to the well. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Knight. Makes the catch. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Dances away. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. There, moving forward just a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw. It's Horn. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The sure hands, it's Wild. Continues to fight for yards. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass, it's Knight. Fires to the tight end. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The offense changing the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Oh, what a cut.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Snagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind? Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Back to throw, it's Knight. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Riley. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Part of the backfield. It's Barber. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Missouri is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 17 over Louisville. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset. And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch him off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off at the goal line.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? When you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football. We're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Knight. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got his man in the middle. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. After 40, there he goes. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Leaves it with the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this.